So Benjamin Franklin, the man on the $100 US note, super successful guy, went through a lot of hardships, went through politics, was part of the army, made a lot of money, was a very big businessman. He attributed all his success to these 13 virtues, and that's exactly what I went ahead and studied and followed and tested over a period of a few months to see how it went. Here's a list. Benjamin Franklin's 13 virtues is a list of 13 things. And as you can see, there's a chart, and every week I'll go ahead and focus on each one. Now I actually went ahead and been doing this for the past 6 months. I actually want to go ahead and throw it back to me 6 months ago, started this routine. I was a pretty different person then, and that was only 6 months ago in August of 2019. Here's a clip of me starting this journey. So today is the 22nd of August, and I start Benjamin Franklin's 13-day routine, where every week I spend 1 week just looking at one of his 13 virtues. And I basically read it every day. Back in the day, he used business cards that he would keep in his pocket, and he would look at every single day for that week. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in my lock screen. So number 1 is temperance. Eat not to dullness, drink not to elevation. So I'm going to be seeing this every single day. Every time I open my phone, I'm going to make a mental note to read it. And I'm going to do that for 1 week, and that will finish week 1. And I'm going to do this for the next 13 weeks, and I'm going to bring you guys on my journey. And apparently if you do this 13-week routine, by the end of it, you're going to be a changed person. And if you do it twice, I think the change will be even more profound. So I'm really excited to take on this 13-week journey and bring you guys along for the ride. And yeah, see you guys soon. Wow, I've changed a decent amount. That was a different me. Every day I'm trying to grow and better myself, and it's pretty crazy to see myself 6 months ago. Me 2 years ago is completely unrecognizable. So that's where I started 6 months ago. So here's the first clip of me from September the 30th when I go ahead and start documenting my journey. By then I think I was already 3 weeks in. I was up to week 3, which is order, and here's sort of my thoughts. Hey guys, what's up? Recently I discovered something called the Benjamin Franklin's 13 Virtues. This is something I discovered through reading one of his autobiographies. I'm basically going to follow one of his routine that has been recommended by many entrepreneurs that apparently has changed their life. And yeah, I'll be talking about it now. Check this out, Benjamin Franklin's chart of 13 virtues. He has all these 13 virtues from temperance, silence, order, resolution, frugality, and all these 13. And what he does every single day, he puts a cross when he doesn't perform it. So for example, yesterday was Friday, I did not have resolution. I didn't get all my tasks that I put down, I did not complete it all, so I'm going to put a cross. I started here just because I've done these 3 already. But basically your goal is to have as little amount of cross as possible. And basically the reasoning behind how this works is because when you have just one thing to focus on for 1 whole week, you're able to really double down and really emphasize and get that sort of habit done. Whereas if you have all 13 things to follow, it's just intimidating and it's just too much. So focusing on one thing every single week is very powerful, and apparently if you finish this sort of chart, you're going to be a completely different person by the end of the 13 weeks. And if you haven't changed much, you do it twice and you're a different person apparently. So I'm going to document my journey of going through Benjamin Franklin's 13 virtues, and I'm probably going to officially start today with this document. I'll probably do it 2-3 times, but I want to document the whole journey and progress and to see if I change. But yeah, really excited for this journey and challenge. And then here's an update from the 10th of December 2019, where I'm up to week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, week 5 frugality, and I talk about my experiences there. Alright, so update on Benjamin Franklin's 13 virtues. So I just finished the week of frugality, which was last week. As you can see, I got 1, 2, 3 marks. Frugality. Make no expense, but to do to others or yourself. Waste nothing. So basically I just spent this whole week focusing on not spending any money, not focused on buying things, not sort of shopping, not going on eBay, not looking for deals, and it was like a tough week. Like I did not realize how drawn am I to just spending money and buying things to sort of reward myself and get that dopamine rush. And only by doing this sort of week's focus on being frugal have I been able to be like, wow, like I shouldn't buy all this stuff. Like even on days where like I haven't made a lot of sales, I'm thinking about buying like the newest AirPods, some new headphones. Like I just continuously want to buy myself things, and that's why my bank account isn't growing. And I just spent a whole week focusing on not buying things, and it was just like a big eye-opener. So that's sort of the review on this week. And then next week, or currently, the next one is called Industry. Lose no time, be always employed in something useful, cut off unnecessary action. Basically zero procrastination. And I'm highly enjoying these sort of weekly Benjamin Franklin virtues, because every single week I'm just focused on one thing, and as a result I can really hone in and perfect that virtue. Whereas like a lot of people are trying to like do all 13 things, and eventually they're going to just check off 0 of those things. So focus is a big key, and working on one thing at a time has just been a game changer. So apparently you're a completely different person by the end of 13 weeks. And then since then I've been through this 13 weeks journey probably twice now, and every time I'm definitely noticing improvements, because the powerful thing about this sort of 13-week virtue is that the 13 things are very important. These are 13 things that every sort of successful entrepreneur needs, and breaking them down into per week, where of that week you only have to focus on one thing. So for example, this week I need to focus on being clean, being organized in my office, being organized in my bedroom, being organized throughout my life, because that's going to translate into organization in my office. And that's all I have to focus on for this week. And as a result, you're able to do big leaps in each one of these 13 virtues. Whereas most entrepreneurs, when they're trying to learn all these good habits, they're putting a bunch of habits together, and as a result you actually don't gain progress at all, because you're just all over the place. You're trying to focus on too many things, and that's sort of why this works. And every time I go through it, I get less crosses, but even though there's still a lot of crosses, but because there are lots of things I still struggle with, but definitely my habits have changed drastically because of them. Because now, for example, the first one, temperance, eat not to dollars. I don't binge eat anymore. That's sort of when I started the series. Number 2, speak not but what may benefit others or yourself. Avoid trifling conversations. I talk much less in conversations. I'm more the listener now because of this. Next, order. Let all things have their place. Each part of your business have its time. Because of that, I've really organized and optimized my week. And every time I have new things thrown at me, I write it down and I let myself do it the next day, because I don't want to be distracted. And then obviously, every few months, these mistakes start seeping back in. But by then, I would have recycled this process. I would have had a new printout, and I'll go ahead and reaffirm and focus on those things again. So Benjamin Franklin's 13 virtue routine has really helped a lot, and it's super easy. Like, it's just like one thing you just have to think about per week, and it doesn't really take much time. You only read this quote every morning, and that's all. That's my thoughts. Super helpful, super worth the time. I'd highly recommend you guys to do it. I've been through this whole journey. If it was a waste of time by the end of the 13 weeks, I'll tell you. So you guys have me to be the guinea pig to test it out and let you guys know if these routines and habits are worth doing, and I highly recommend this one. So yeah, that's my review on Benjamin Franklin's 13 virtue. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Before we end, let's start by announcing last video's winners for $1,000 worth of courses or consulting calls with me. The winner's here. If you guys want to qualify, all you have to do is drop a comment below, follow me on Instagram, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll be picking the best comment every single video. Other than that, question of the day: what habits do you need to improve on? Let me know. The current habit that I need to improve on is ending early and getting more sleep. I procrastinate after I finish all my work, because at the end of the day, I just want to scroll through social media and numb my brain, and as a result, I procrastinate on getting sleep, and that's a habit I need to work on breaking. Let me know what your habits are. Hit me up on Instagram. I've been answering every single DM. Other than that, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow with more value.